All right, so we're going to be looking at these problems today. We're going to be looking at what would have been the substitution method, but we're going to do these through Desmos. So it says the value of y, so we're looking for the value of y that satisfies this system. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up Desmos, and I'm going to be putting this in. So we have 4x plus 5y equals 34. And then we have 5x minus 10y equals negative 120. Now, looking at this, we're looking at the intersection. So the intersection that we have is going to be negative 4 and 10, but the problem said that they wanted the y value. So if we're looking for the y value, of course, then we're going to be looking at our final answer is going to be 10. So number 2, it says, which of these correctly explains the solution of the system? So again, we're going to put that into Desmos. So we're going to put the first equation as 2x plus 3y equals 6. And then we're going to put x plus 3y equals 12. And we're looking for the intersection. So we found the intersection is at negative 6, 6. So the first one says that there's a y-intercept at 2 and 4, but the solution is at 2, 4, so we know that's wrong. This one says x-intercepts, but it's at 3, 4. They know that's wrong. So then the C says the value of x equals 6 and at y equals 6 satisfies both the equations. So the solution is at negative 6, 6. So the answer is C. Now the next one we actually have to write the equation for. So we've got to be mindful about what it's saying. So it says Michael has a jar of dimes and nickels. So I'm going to say that dimes is x and the nickels is y. So it says in this first sentence, there are 152 dimes and nickels with a total of $11. Now, I'm going to backtrack for a second and I'm going to just talk about how many coins there are. So it says they want us to just write the scenario. So if we're talking about how many coins, we don't know how many dimes and we don't know how many nickels, we know there's 152. So we know the dimes plus the nickels equals 152 coins. Now the next thing that we're going to talk about in this problem is we're going to talk about how much everything is worth, which is $11. So the next equation is the $11 equation, but we've got to put how much each thing is worth in the actual x and y. So dimes are worth 10 cents, so we're going to put 0.110. Nickels are worth 5 cents, so 0.05. So when we apply this, we're going to say 0.10x plus let me move this over. 0.10x plus 0.05y equals $11 total, giving us that system of equations. Now, if we did want to find the solution to that, we would just type this into Desmos. And when we type this into Desmos, we will find our solution. So we're going to have to zoom out a little bit. And we can see that the solution is 68 dimes and 48 nickels. So again, for the next one, we're looking for the system. We're going to put this into Desmos. Equals 36. And then we have 4x minus 6y equals negative 4. Now we're looking for the intersection. So our intersection, our solution is at 2, 2. All right, for number 5, again, we're going to write this time and we're actually going to solve. So it says in the problem that there are 13 animals in the barn. Some are chickens and some are pigs. So we're going to say chickens and pigs. I'm going to just give chickens as X, pigs as Y. Now, if there are 13 animals in the barn, we don't know how many chickens there are and we don't know how many pigs, but we know there's 13 total. So the number of chickens plus the number of pigs equals 13 total. That's our first equation. Now, our second equation is going to be represented by the legs. So there's 40 legs in all. But again, you got to remember how many legs a chicken has. So a chicken has 2 legs and a pig has 4 legs. So we have 40 legs total. So we have 2x, 2 legs for a chicken, plus 4y is 4 legs for a pig. Now they want us to actually solve this. So if I put this into Desmos, I'm going to get 2x plus 4y equals 40. And I'm going to look for that intersection. And I get that this is 6, 7. Now, what does that mean? Well, X was chicken, so there's 6 chickens. And then Y was pigs, so there's going to be 7 pigs. Okay? All right, and our last one, it says a bookstore sells used books. Now, in this situation, we have paperback books are $1, and we have hardback books are $5. Now, the key to this is we got to make sure money goes with money. So, they sold 100 books, but they made 260. So, I'm going to say that paperback books is X and hardback books is Y. So, for every paperback we sold was $1, so that's going to be 1X. For hardbacks, that's $5, so that's going to be 5 times Y. And the total was 260. So we're going to do the money equation. Now we need to talk about how many they sold. So they sold 100 books total. We don't know how many paper, we don't know how many hardback. So we have the paperback plus the hardback equals 100 books total. All right, so I hope that helps kind of writing those pieces together. We'll do a little bit more later.